Hello, my name is Daniel Yuck. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate you, your time, and your support. In today's video, I want to share with you how I would go about tattooing a dainty band around a toe. By the end of this video, you will be able to click away with a better understanding as to how you can go about tattooing something like this. Should you have any questions at all, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. With that being said, let's get right on into this video. Taking it from the top, whenever I think about a dainty tattoo, I think about a 3-round liner and a 5-round liner. I think about smaller needle configurations to provide me with a smaller, thinner, finer, daintier line. For this demonstration here, I'm using an Emalla Grand tattoo machine set to a 4.2mm stroke. I'm running at 5 volts even, and I'm using a big wasp. I believe this is going to be a 005 round liner. I'm using a very fine needle so that way I can get a dainty line. Now, I'm running at a lower voltage as well, so that way I can have more time to work on the skin, so that way I can cause less trauma to the skin while causing less pain for the client, giving me more time to do what I need to do for the design at hand. Alongside being comfortable with the settings and gear that I chose to use, I also want to prioritize my comfort, my posture, and my positioning along the way, so you can see that I'm moving the client in a manner that benefits my application. I feel more comfortable when I'm bringing the needle in towards me, so therefore I'm going to position myself and the client in a manner that allows me to do so. And you can see I'm beginning to apply the beginning of the band right here. Started with that fine, dainty line that I applied, and you can see that I'm building off of that. Throughout this entire tattoo session, I'm prioritizing my comfort, my posture, and my positioning, so that way I could apply this band to the absolute best of my ability. So you can see here I am moving the toe on over to the side. You always want to be careful that you don't really break a client's toe doing that, but you want to be able to move the toe in a manner, or the entire foot in a manner, that benefits you throughout the entire process. You're going to notice that I do that. I prioritize my comfort, I prioritize my positioning, and my posture each and every step of the way. There's another very important variable that I want to get into and talk about here. Not only am I comfortable with my gear, my technical application, and my posture, my positioning, and my comfort, once we get all of that aligned, we want to get a practical standpoint and an expectation of the band. So you're going to notice here that I'm going to do what I like to call an impression band over a full 360 band. Now, the reason why I say it's an impression band is because if someone were to look down while this person's, let's say, wearing sandals, and they see that band, it's always going to give the impression that it's a full 360 band and come off like a ring. However, on the underside of the toe, we're not going to go ahead and bring the band around there, and for multiple reasons that I'm going to explain. On a quick side note, back to prioritizing my comfort, my posture, and my positioning, you're going to notice that I'm uncomfortable creating lines going in this direction right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my client or myself in a manner that allows me to bring the machine in towards me. So you can see I flipped this around, which would be equivalent to me walking around the table and sitting on the other side, and then repositioning myself so that way I could bring the rest of this band in towards me instead of away. I just feel like it's very important to point that out, that the entire process I'm prioritizing my comfort, my posture, and my positioning throughout the entire process. Let's get back into impression and 360 bands here. Now, while I'm tattooing this technically the same as I have been throughout this entire video here, I have a low voltage, fine needle, prioritizing my comfort, posture, and positioning every step of the way, focus on needle depth. All of that is aligned. I'm also thinking about the outcome, the final design. So when I say impression versus 360, 360 is obviously going to be a band that wraps fully around, like an arm, or on a band like on an arm or a leg, for example. However, since we're not dealing with an arm or a leg, we're dealing with a toe. Toes tend to have a sort of like pointed bottom, so to speak. So therefore, creating a straight cohesive band all the way around may be next to impossible, or at the very least very, very difficult, which is something that we may not want to go for, which is where my wording came from, impression. Where I also get the, I guess, wording impression from impression band comes from if someone were to see this band. Let's say, for example, this person chose to wear sandals and someone were to look at their feet. Off the bat, it does look like a band all the way around. However, on the underside of the toe, the band doesn't connect, which is where that phrase impression comes from, impression band. So it gives the impression that it is a full 360 band, although it's not. It doesn't go all the way around the underside of the toe. Now, depending on where the band is placed along the toe, may be easier to apply, but for this specific area, the underside did start having like some sort of curvature, which will make it a little bit more harder to apply the band all the way full 360. I'm not saying that it's not possible if the client wanted it. I would always do my best as the artist to let them know a couple of reasons as to why an impression band is better, which is what I'm going to do right now for you. I feel going with an impression band is a lot better for not only the tattoo artist but the client as well. The tattoo artist wouldn't have to tattoo the underside of the toe, and therefore there wouldn't be any touch-ups needed, or if there would be, very minimal touch-ups at that. And another good thing is that the client would have shorter healing times because the underside of the toe isn't tattooed. We have to remember that bottom of hands and feet are highly unpredictable when it comes to healing, so I feel it's always better to kind of stray away from there, especially if we can. For a design like this, if we explain to the client the reasoning behind it, I really don't feel like an impression band would be a bad way to go. You can see right here that I'm really doing my best moving the other two toes, so that way I can really get the band wrapping all the way around as much as I can possibly get it. I feel like we as a tattoo artist should always go above and beyond and really do this for our client, especially if the client agreed to go with an impression band. Really do your best to get it all the way around without connecting it on the underside. This is a far better approach to go, I feel, in my professional opinion, artistically as well. In my artistic opinion, I feel like impression bands are a better way to go when it comes to fingers and toes. This is the final result right here. This is what the band looks like. You can see that it does look like it's full 360. I have to really turn the foot on the underside, which is not a natural movement that we make from day-to-day life, in order for us to see any sort of underside. So the foot literally has to kind of be turned over for us to see the bottom of the foot. Other than that, you can see that the impression band does give a full 360, that this band is all the way around. Again, in my opinion, this is a far better way to go about it. That'll be it for this video. Should you have any questions at all, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as my YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. With that being said, I appreciate your time and I thank you for your support. Have a great day.